Okay. Good morning, you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Hey, Porsche. Hopefully the sound is okay. How you guys doing? I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, I had to catch up on some rest. I've been a bit under the weather. And so, long story short, I'm back now. Okay. And so this is definitely going to be a general reading from my Virgos, okay? And so the Virgos, for those of you that's coming in, before we jump in and before we get started, the energy that I'm feeling here this morning when it comes to my Virgos, um, for some of you, I'm getting heavy emphasis on Greek goddess mythology. I'm getting strong when it comes to following your spiritual path, when it comes to spiritual unions with past. This is like this could be spiritual angels or protection on the other side. I'm getting some of you may be studying Greek mythology. Some of you could be studying your spiritual roots when it comes to um going on some sort of spiritual travel, spiritual journey, spiritual studies. When it comes to your spiritual ancestors, some of you could find yourself being attracted to perhaps like Ethiopia, you know, Indian traits, but definitely picking up on a lot of strong I don't know, maybe some of you could be studying, doing research, or watching, like find yourself being attracted to the spiritual realm when it comes to um going back doing some research, when it comes to the spiritual history of the spiritual realms. But I'm definitely picking up on a lot of studying different goddesses. Perhaps you could be um trying to learn about different mediums, spiritual roots, witches spells, something here where somebody is finding themselves attracted to um things of that nature when it comes to going back, planting your spiritual seeds of your history, or just learning about new history in general. When it comes to the genealogies, it's something here that is you may find yourself um I don't know why it wants to mess up, but some of you could find yourself digging in spiritual books, learning about spiritual rituals, or just gaining knowledge on spiritual tools in general. Working on your craft. Um, when it comes to your jumping into your tarot reading, Virgos, what I'm seeing here when it comes to this here, Two of Pentacles with this here Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Five of Swords energy here, and bringing you, attaching you to this here Eight of Swords energy with this King of Cups energy in reverse, Virgo. Some of you right now can find yourself feeling as though you may be going through some sort of challenge when it comes to somebody being emotionally in their feelings, using manipulation, where there may be some sort of confusion due to somebody feeling defeated by someone who may be perhaps deceitful, could be using trickery, you know. Some of you may find yourself feeling a bit stuck and isolated, or feeling trapped, or just all in your head when it comes to a situation. I feel as though you're going to be leaving this toxic situation behind. Many of you can definitely be going through again some sort of spiritual rebirth, because you got that judgment card when it comes to that wake up call. Going through maybe a ended. Some of you could have ended a relationship here recently with a Scorpio, or somebody taking on a Scorpio energy. Um, I'm definitely feeling as though when it comes to giving and receiving, you could be keeping some things close to your chest, okay? Not really letting anybody in on your secrets at this time. Um, some of you could definitely be seeking some sort of mental clarity and truth when it comes to dealing with somebody, maybe a Pisces energy. When it comes to secrets that lay deep beneath the surface, I feel like you could definitely be seeking answers from a higher source when it comes to dealing with that hyphen card. um there could be some gossip of communication, people around you that's just trying to get in your business, trying to pick for information. But I feel like you are taking on the Seven of Wands when it comes to protecting your energy. Again, I am picking up on a lot of and I don't know if you may have kids getting ready to go back to school, if you have kids that's in college, or you may be going back to school yourself, maybe online learning, or you could just be doing some real serious research reading right now, because I'm picking up on science, social studies, biology, gynecology. I'm picking up on things in that nature, whether this is you or a younger child who may be learning or studying this or majoring in this subject, because I'm getting that Virgo, many of you are definitely going to be working hard moving forward when it comes to being more responsible, um being practical with that there Page of Wands. You are definitely taking on this here Queen of Swords energy when it comes to setting clear intentions and setting clear boundaries for yourself. Um Separating yourself from things that no longer serve you when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles. Good morning, Tori, Trinity. I see you guys, Portia. Yeah, I know it's early. Yeah. Um, I don't see you sticking around. You're going to be pulling your energy uh away from things that, like I said, no longer serve you. A lot of you are taking on the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords energy. Um yeah, I don't see you staying stuck too long to like I said, some of you could definitely be going through some sort of strong spiritual transformation right now. You're going through a rebirth. Your energy is changing. It's almost as if you're being reprogrammed. When it comes to learning these new tools. Okay, some of you could be learning about how to use crystals and herbs properly, or maybe you could be purchasing new crystals or herbs, something. um like I said, or maybe some of you could have recently purchased some sort of spiritual Greek goddess statue. You know what I'm saying? Some of you may have some sort of a Greek goddess statue in your home. Um, because I'm getting heavy emphasis on Greek goddess mythology when it comes to some of you might be thinking about, or you can have, like I said, some of you may have college kids, something about tracing there's some sort of spiritual journey, whether it's traveling or wanting to travel to Africa, Ethiopia, like I said, doing some studying and some research when it comes to that. Their avenue, I feel like spirit is definitely got your back on that, because you're taking on this here Empress energy, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So you're definitely going forward with the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like some of you can even be receiving dreams, okay? You could be receiving dreams, and maybe perhaps downloads, and maybe perhaps visions. Okay, you could be seeing Greek goddesses in your dreams, or be receiving a message from the motherland, when it comes to learning about different spiritual again rituals, like Ocean, Queen Sheba, Hecate, so you can find yourself really going deep when it comes to these new spiritual rituals and tools and crafts, hobbies and passions. And so when it comes to giving and receiving, definitely need to be careful who you give your time to and who you spend your time to, because Virgo, for some of you, like for example, the only warning message that I'm getting here for you is that for those of you who may be dating somebody new, okay, and you may not be sure about this person's character, this person may offer some sort of invite going out to dinner, maybe. I would say kind of slow down on that offer of invitation. I would probably turn it down. Because for someone, you may find yourself going out on a date with somebody, and this person may feel as though because they are paying for the date, wine and dining, you taking you out to eat, a glass of wine, that this person may expect sex in return, favor of return, since they pay for the date. Now they may want you to either go back to your place or get a room or force themselves on you with the wrong intentions. Okay, so you might want to be careful about that, because let's say you go on a date and this person pays for it, and then they get upset, you know what I'm saying, or try to lock you inside their car so that you can't get out, or try to force themselves on you, like I said. So be careful that a date don't turn into date rape, okay, for some of you, okay? And be careful, putting your drink down or turning your back on a drink or letting anybody prepare your drink for you, because you don't want nobody putting a Mickey or anything into a drink, trying to cause you to become drowsy. So, be careful of that as well. Some of you might want to stay in. So be careful if you go out, just going out entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Just watch yourself if you're going out and that sort of thing. Dinner, drinks. Just be mindful of your surroundings and comings and goings, okay? That's like the warning for somebody. Because like I said, when it comes to this here two of Pentacles, okay, when it comes to going through some sort of challenge or a decision that needs to be made, dealing with a Five of Swords energy, where some of you could find yourself feeling a bit confused, feeling defeated because you're dealing with someone who could be a bit deceitful at this time. Okay, so some of you, like I said, you could definitely be in your head at this time when it comes to dealing with this here Eight of Swords energy, where there's a need to free yourself. Okay, because you could be dealing with somebody who could be emotionally in their feelings, using manipulation to get what they want. Perhaps a King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Um, I do feel as though, like I said, some of you are definitely going to be leaving this situation behind when it comes to that Six of Swords energy, where there could have been some sort of an ending, maybe a painful ending between you and a Scorpio, somebody with Scorpio placements. Um, for others of you, you could definitely be going through some sort of rebirth. But when it comes to this here other earth sign, Six of Pentacles, maybe perhaps some of you was being breadcrumbed in a situation where you could be given more and receiving less. And so there's definitely a need to protect yourself when it comes to who you give your time to, who you spend your money, on, and just, a need for you to definitely pull back your coins and be careful, be mindful who you, give your money to, who you invest into when it comes to building, climbing, saving, investing. There may be a strong need for you to pull your coins back and watch your spending, watch the company you keep, you know. Because again, some of you could definitely be taking on this here King of Swords energy when it comes to seeking mental clarity and truth. When it comes to dealing with a moon card, Pisces, where there could be some secrets, like I said, deep beneath the surface, where some of you could be surrounded by enemies at this time, gossiping about you, whatever the case may be with that Nine of Wands, causing some sort of conflict or trying to. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you are on defense mode and you are protecting yourself spiritually at this time, okay? I do feel like you are taking on this here Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles energy. So when it comes to working hard and, using practicality, and being responsible, and like I said, learning some new sort of tools moving forward, I do feel like you are definitely going to be taking on a Queen of Swords energy when it comes to setting clear intentions and, setting your clear boundaries, taking on the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, separating yourself from things that no longer serve you, going through some sort of spiritual judgment card here when it comes to a wake-up call. I feel spiritual transformation, okay? Some of you could be dealing uh with the Leo or Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius is here. Okay. I do feel like I said, with this high priestess here, okay, there's definitely a need for you to pay close attention to this here high priestess message, okay? Because Virgo, I do feel like you're manifesting, okay? You are definitely moving forward. You are definitely, taking on this here Nine of Pentacles energy with this Three of Wands, waiting for the right, waiting for the right time. Aquarius energy. Some of you can have Aquarius in your birth chart. Like I said, there could be some sort of new inspiration, something that's going to give you some sort of new hope here. You definitely have a lot of, you're going to be feeling driven, but on a different level. Okay, others of you, I feel like when it comes to, like I said, there's Ten of Cups, there's Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? Some of you may find yourself being surrounded by, family and friends, surrounded by love, peace, joy, happiness. Maybe, I don't know, maybe going, taking trips to the beach or, taking the kids to the park, you know what I'm saying? Or you might meet somebody while you are out there on this could be family vacation. You could be thinking about taking, the kids on a family vacation somewhere, taking a family trip. You and a significant another person, okay, the Ten of Pentacles or Ten of Cups, or you may be thinking about it, or you may have somebody who's thinking about wanting to do that with you, perhaps, or you may, have some family coming to visit you. I do see some sort of family trip, family healing, some sort of family getting back together, wanting to heal the situation. You're taking on this Queen of Wands, Empress energy. So like I said, you are giving birth to new things with that Ace of Cups, new beginnings, So it's like the Sun card is here. love, peace, joy, happiness, Six of Wands, gaining some sort of victory. I understand what I'm saying. And so this here will, the universe is definitely on your side. You know, Ace of Wands, again, feeling creative. I do, you know, new things, whether this is shopping, exploring new things, definitely seeking answers from a higher source. Okay, if you have Taurus in your birth chart anywhere, okay, or you may have a Taurus that could be seeking answers concerning you. Okay, let me see what else is coming out here, because I am picking up on a lot of research, studying, resources, maybe computers, okay, nursing, going back to school for nursing, or thinking about wanting to, you know, or somebody may be sick or feeling a bit ill, maybe going to the doctor, seeing a nurse, okay, take that how it resonates. Because I do feel like, you know, there could have been some, yeah, with the Nine of Swords energy, with that Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords energy, there could be, for some, maybe a lack of self-esteem, not feeling as driven or motivated to do the things that you used to do, where, you know, you there could be some sort of loss, or somebody could be grieving in silence, you know what I'm saying, and having a hard time sleeping because they could have got them, you know, could have got their heart broke in a situation, and so there could be a need to free yourself. But I do see the Two of Wands just came out, so there's definitely you wanting to make some sort of future plans for yourself moving forward. Good morning, Cynthia. How are you? Yeah, we're not dealing with drama, Virgos. We don't like drama. We're definitely not dealing with no drama, okay? Definitely a lot of spiritual research at this time, okay? There could definitely be some moon cycles, definitely where some of you may be feeling some of these moon cycles toward the middle of the month, okay? Um I do have a new podcast that I'm getting ready to start, you know, put some new episodes. Is definitely a spiritual when it comes to finding out about the signs and synchronicities of being a mid-witch, okay? Mid-witch, midwife, studying medicines. So I will be uploading some new episodes on that podcast on Spotify, because I am going to be touching on the middle of the month here of August, okay? So as we push forward toward the middle of August, there is a certain date that is going to come into play this month here, right at the end of Leo season, going into August season, okay? So you guys, when it comes to working on spiritual uh, roots and crafts and that sort of thing, and protecting yourselves, because I try not to put out too much information. So when you guys be like, well, how come we haven't seen her? When you don't see me, that just means I'm going through some sort of strong spiritual transformation, dealing with, you know, spiritual change, you know, rebirth, applying myself with the correct tools, and gaining the knowledge and the wisdom and the you know, stability that I need in order for me to strengthen myself, you know, or heal and recover through whatever it is I may be going through. You know, because a lot of times Virgos, you can find yourself going through spiritual attacks, you know, spiritual attacks and spiritual warfare, you know, whether this is people who you work with or other family members that don't know what's going on with you, that can be trying to pry, or you can have people in general just being nosy, trying to get in your business and trying to spy and pry on you. And so yeah, I'm going to be digging deep on my spiritual roots on my new podcast. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a lot of information about myself on that new podcast. So definitely be looking forward to that because I'm gonna be dropping some information and some, some jewels. You know what I'm saying? Some hidden jewels. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that. Yeah, but the world card. So you're definitely closing out a cycle. You can have somebody who got options may view you as the best option, or trying to figure out which option. Trinity them said hi all must be doing something right. Poor said what day Trinity Cynthia right because I will be at the person like they slow. Oh my god, Virgo. So yeah, we don't deal with drama, Virgo. This King of Pentacles wanted to keep coming out and I had put it back. So you could be dealing with a King of Pentacles, an older earth sign. Okay. Somebody could definitely be more of a homebody, but can also be stubborn. Somebody can view you as not paying attention to them. Somebody could be upset because they view you as being all into yourself when it comes to this here King of Pentacles. I feel like this could be a King of Pentacles in reverse, but Virgo, this could just be you. If you're taking on a King of Pentacles, then you could be just wanting to stay at home and wanting to be to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where when it comes to spiritual wealth, so long as you have the things that you need, that's all that really matters. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be out there keeping up with the Joneses. You feel me? In order for you to have what you need. Some people can just be attracted to material wealth. So you can have somebody who is attracted to material wealth who may view you as being I don't know, maybe less than or not having enough material, or they may not be as attracted to you because they feel like you don't have enough material wealth to keep them and give them what it is they want and need. You know what I'm saying? But for some of you, you have spiritual wealth. You know what I'm saying? You have spiritual wealth that is keeping you covered, okay, and keeping you protected and anointed, okay, and delivering you and pulling you up out of this, because some of you are definitely dealing with a past person, 6 of Cups. So you do have a past person. I'm gonna say an earth sign of water in a chart, okay, who can definitely be thinking about you. Let's see, a 6 of Cups energy. Or, this person here. You can have somebody who's close to their dog, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm getting that. This could be a male, somebody who is really close to their animal, to their pet. Somebody can have a pet dog. Okay, somebody could be real close to their dog and have a strong bond, a relationship with their dog. Maybe this is somebody who passed away. Maybe a past person passed away, and they had a close union with their dog, and they missed their dog. Maybe a dog could have had passed away, but I'm feeling like there's a close union between a male and an animal. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Okay, but again, because I'm picking up really close connection between them and their pet. Okay, somebody who's a homebody, maybe love animals. Um, view their dog as their best friend. And maybe somebody misses you because maybe throughout your childhood, maybe in the past, they could have viewed you like their best friend. Or this could be somebody who passed away or older, but there's a union, something there close, a bond is between a male and his pet. Anyway, some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you can have Sagittarius in your chart, so you could be taking on that Temperance card, where there's a need for you to be very patient in a situation and just remain cool, calm, and collected. Don't give into uh, a stressful situation. Don't give in to the temptation. Some of you could be eager and triggered from some sort of temptation. The spirit is telling you, to be patient in this. Um, don't be in a rush. You know what I'm saying? Use your head. Think first in this here situation. Let spirit guide you. Definitely let spirit guide you in this here situation. Oh my God, Cynthia, I'm sorry to hear that about your dog. You say your dog has cancer. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's right. You do have to be careful. Oh my God, Cynthia, I'm so sorry to hear about your dog. My condolences to you, baby, because I know that's painful. I lost a dog some years ago, and it was very painful. Very very painful. And so yeah, because I'm definitely picking up, like I said, on a person close to that animal. Okay, so that's coming out very strong. Okay, um, 3 of Cups. There could be some sort of a celebration of getting together when it comes to women empowerment, moving forward, like I said, on this spiritual journey. Surrounding yourself with like minded individuals. So there could definitely be some sort of spiritual webinar, okay, or spiritual retreat. Maybe some of you may be thinking about going to a woman's empowerment, woman's retreat. You know what I'm saying? Or taking some sort of trip, or just something to do with surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. Definitely a lot of changes coming up, Virgo, toward the definitely Virgo season going into September. Virgo, September, October, November. There's definitely going to be something pulling you toward this here fall season. Changes, spiritual rebirth, growing, gaining growth and wisdom, Virgo. You're not the same person. For some of my Virgos, you're definitely not going to be the same person as you were in the past, going through this spiritual transformation. You know? Yeah, animals are our kids. Definitely. Poor said it's a soulmate, right. So, wow. I'm sorry I picked up on that information, Cynthia, but it stood out. I don't. It stood out to me. Okay, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Um, like I said, Virgo, it's gonna be some new things. Okay, I'm not gonna get too deep. Uh, here. Okay. Because I'm going to be explaining some things on my new podcast. Okay, when it comes to spiritual rituals, when it comes to goddesses, when it comes to different literature, English, yeah, the food card. So many of you could be definitely ready to take a leap forward when it comes to this here food card. Okay. But be careful when it comes to dealing with people who are content being with how they are, because some of you could be dealing with somebody who is content being how they are, with this person may not be ready to change, to move forward with you just yet. This person's not on your same level, not on your same spiritual journey at all, Virgo, moving forward. A lot of you are definitely going through this change. Okay, so if you want to know what's going on with you spiritually, Virgo, you're going through a cycle. You are going through it. For some of you, that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a blessing. So that's like a praise report. Okay. Yeah, I do feel, like I said, strong spiritual. You're gonna definitely be getting in contact more with your spiritual side. Okay. There can even be a bit of a pull on the tug when it comes to your spiritual wisdom. Okay. Um, because some of you could have been brought up in the Lord's house. Some of you can have that strong baptism, or maybe Catholic, or Methodist, Pentecostal. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is you look up to, when it comes to the spiritual realm, right? There could be some pull and some tug, because you may have some people who may not agree with you being connected to crystals and incense and that sort of thing, or charms. You can have people, for those of you who may wear a charm bracelet or a charm necklace around your neck. You may have people who will tell you that your charm is a part of witchcraft, right? So some people in the church may look down on you because they'll tell you that crystals and incense and sage and oils and all that is a part of witchcraft, and you don't need to be including yourself on that journey, which is why I said again, I will definitely be getting more deeper into that on my podcast. Okay, so I do have a new podcast, and that's what my new podcast is about. My new podcast, I'm definitely going to be speaking on the different spiritual realms, religions, and myths. Okay, I'm going to be touching on all of that, because crystals, real crystals, come from the earth, number one. Okay, if you ever go to the beach, or if you climb down, especially if you have Indian in your family like I do. I have Cherokee, Blackfoot, and Apache Indian in my family, so I come from 3 different tribes of Indians. And so I know when it comes to the Cherokee land, the land of the Cherokees, there are a lot of crystals. Okay, if you go down by the river, down by the waterfalls, you can actually pick up certain crystals right out the water, right out the sea. You understand? And so I'm going to be touching on that on my podcast. I'm going to share, a story about myself when it comes to my spiritual roots. My history, dating back to my English, my ancestors, um, because I have a lot of strong British and Irish and German in my blood. My great grandparents and my great great grandparents, they was all part British, Irish, and German. And then coming back on my mother's side, there's a lot of Cherokee Indian. And on my father's mother's side, there's a lot of Blackfoot and Apache Indians. So I'm gonna be talking about that, taking it back, because I've been dealing with that too. A lot of people might think that you're crazy because you might have crystals around you in your house, or you may have certain statues around you in your house. Um, yeah. But if you do your research, going back into the 1600s, or even going before that, 1200 BCs, if you go back into, in history itself, and learn about, the Greek goddesses, and how they used to scratch, what I'm saying, into the stones, how they would use stones to speak, how they would carve into the stones Greek language, okay, that nobody else understood. Back then during cave time, there was people who used to live deep within the caves, who would follow behind certain goddesses, but I'm not even gonna go deep because I can't. Thank you so much for that 9.99 super chat. I appreciate that, Cynthia. Thank you so much for that 9.99 super chat. Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing some of that information with you guys, because a lot of people don't understand, don't understand, and it's a lot, it's deep. But again, that's all about following That's why I say Greek goddess of mythology, when it comes to learning about social studies and biology and gynecology, when it comes to learning about all those things in your history, that connects you, even back during slavery when your African ancestors or wherever you may come from, if you come from, like myself, I have a lot of family from Ireland, from England, a lot of family in England, whether it's northeast or England, I have a lot of family in England, and so back then, um, my ancestors, their upbringing, very different from America, but at the same time, even when it comes to my native Indian side, their religion, a lot different from America, and so I'm attracted to my spiritual ancestry, and so I study my own, my Irish family, my Indian family, my German family, my British family. I follow those traditions 100%, and then some. That's my passion. Um, and so I'm gonna be speaking about that, on my podcast because people uh want to call you crazy, they want to say it's witchcraft, so I'm gonna go deep on that information on my new podcast. So definitely be sure to check that out, you guys, okay? Because I'm gonna share some information concerning that, and what it's like to be labeled as a mid-witch who comes from a family of midwives, how back then in the 1600s, how women who would go out into the backyard, and they would pick and plant, they would plant spiritual herbs, and they knew how to heal people. They knew how to help people throughout their pain. You understand? You said people should mind their own business. Exactly, Cynthia. Exactly. Trinity said she loves Kaya Knight. Yeah, I have a lot of that as well. Yes. Like, yeah, Trinity said loving the new you. Exactly. 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 Yeah, Trinity said Catholic. Okay. Trinity, my father's mother's side of the family is Catholic. My father's mother's side is Catholic. My mother's side is Baptist. I study Pentecostal. I study, now, I've been studying Buddhism. Um, I was married to someone who grew up, born and raised in Methodist, so I've studied Methodist, Catholic, Baptist, Buddhism, Pentecostal. I have all that information and knowledge under my belt, but regardless of those religions, when it comes to going inside a church building, going inside a church building is one thing when it comes to learning about the different scriptures because there are many scriptures in the Bible, okay? And so there are a lot of scriptures in the Bible that speak on crystals. If you go to a certain part, see, I can go deep with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can give you scriptures that can tell you certain names of crystals that can protect you and heal you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got you got some scriptures in the Bible that tell you not to follow behind witchcraft. Anything that relates to witchcraft could be a curse, or certain things that you may have in your home that may be considered a curse because it could be connected to witchcraft. But yeah, I see those same people, and that's the problem. I see the same people who tell you to guard your home and protect your home. Yes, by all means, guard your home, anoint your home, protect your home. But don't sit here and tell somebody that they can have witchcraft items in their home, such as statues, when you're sitting there using tarot cards. You understand what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, tarot cards is a part of witchcraft, right? But see, I don't want to go deep on that. I don't want to go deep. I can go real deep on that. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, like I said, in my family and my ancestors, midwives was being killed. They was being hung. They was being, had their neck slashed if they were, if they discovered that they was a midwife. They would take them and put them out, in deep sea water, and try to drown them. So I mean, it goes deep, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes back to the King of Solomon, and when the King of Solomon and people back then in that time during King Solomon, when they didn't have enough information, there was a person who went back and seeked out a help from a witch to find out what was going to happen to King Solomon. So again, I'm not gonna go deep here. Because I can go real deep, but I don't, I'm not going to do that here on YouTube. Follow my new podcast because I'm going to be touching on all that. I'm going to share a lot of information about, my spiritual ancestors and how I was raised and how I was brought up and the different, how I was confused as a child coming up because I knew I wasn't just black. You know what I'm saying? My skin on the outside says black. But if I were to go home, if you were to go home and meet my family, it would be like, okay, I used to be picked on, chased because my father was a black man on the outside, but on the inside, my father was half Irish, half Blackfoot Apache Indian. He just had darker color skin. You understand? And so my mother is part British, Irish, German, Cherokee Indian. And so my mother's family, of course, born and raised in New York, a lighter skinned virgin. Everybody in my mother's side of the family was very light and bright, and so me growing up with that multiracial, that multicultural, and me having to learn about diversity, coming up in a family with so many different spiritual beliefs and religions, and me having to study each religion, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the difference between Catholic and Baptist and Methodist and Pentecostal and Buddhism? I had to learn all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I had to learn from a child. So, yeah, me growing up in that type of family and learn about my history, it's amazing. But I'm not gonna keep you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my podcast will definitely go deep into that because I'm gonna take you back to the times of my spiritual ancestors. I'm gonna take you back into the days of King Solomon. I'm gonna take you back into the days of Queen Sheba, Cleopatra. I'm gonna take you back into the Hecate, days of the witch. I'm gonna take you back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be speaking on all those things. We're gonna touch on all those, on Ocean and the Orisha, and speak on different goddesses, and on the different statues and Mother Teresa and Queen Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be touching on all that on my podcast, and we're gonna go deep. So that's what my podcast is about, you guys. It's about the history of being a mid-witch midwife back, during the Catholic days when people used to follow the Catholic upbringing, in the Greek goddess in Ethiopia, in Africa, and Indian roots, all that. So my podcast is going to touch on all those subjects. Thank you so much, Arlene. Arlene says she loves every minute of this channel. Love you, Trey. Love you too, girl. Love you too. That's it. That's right, Cynthia. Just a kind, good person. That's all that matters. We don't need a script for that. God made all people, must religion differences create wars. Just love one another. Be kind. That's right. That's right. I know that's right. Trinity said Moses was a magician. That's right. Moses was definitely a magician. Exactly. So Virgos, when you got people that's calling you crazy and calling you names, and people who wants to talk about you and spread false rumors about you, don't even feed into none of that crap. You know what I'm saying? Just study, do everything you can to protect yourself and heal yourself and anoint yourself. Cover yourself all the time. People, places, and things, home, work. Always cover yourself. You know what I'm saying? Always learn how to plant a new seed into your life that makes you stronger daily. Each day, do some work. Take some time out of your day. I don't care what it is, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to do research. Study your ancestors and get better acquainted with your spiritual ancestors who's on the other side, because when it comes to your chakras, learning about how to protect your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your third eye, you know what I'm saying, your solar plexus, and learning how to protect all that, definitely. Uh, I'm loving this here crystal right here. It's almost like a smoky quartz, you know. I'm gonna give you guys a list of. I have so many crystals. Um, this is actually beautiful smoky quartz. Yeah, so definitely get y'all some smoky quartz. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. People, I would tell you, yeah, seek about, a smoky quartz necklace, but I don't want you to walk around and somebody says, well, Tracy told you to get this here necklace and this is a part of witchcraft because it's considered a charm because you have people who do not believe in spiritual charms. They view that as witchcraft because people will tell you that wherever you may have purchased your stuff from, that you have to be careful who you get your stuff from because who use it or how they use it before you got it. I always say if you get brand new stuff, then you really won't have to worry about that too much, because that's why it's important to cleanse yourself, definitely cleanse yourself. But yeah, because the evil eye is something that is real. The evil eye is so real, and this is why it's very important to keep the evil eye on you. You know what I'm saying? As far as jewelry, if you have an evil eye bracelet or necklace, wear it. Ankle, wear it. Evil eye ring, wear it. Because they used to carve that back into those days. They speak on the evil eye and all that back then. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yes, definitely, Cynthia. Right, exactly, Cynthia. You said, look what they did to Jesus. Exactly. And it was Jesus' main people of all, right? It was Jesus' people who took him to the cross and nailed his head, nailed the crown to his head, right? Jealousy and envy is so real. And when people think you're crazy and they don't believe in you, they'll do whatever they'll do whatever to try to take you down and to try to, destroy you. And that's the crazy part about life. We're just living a repeated cycle. Um, we're gonna go deep on my podcast, you guys, okay? Because I don't want to sit here and start going deep on religion because again, because if you look at the times that we're living today, if you go back into your Bible, okay, and I don't want to take it back to church, but there's a scripture in the Bible that speaks on the end of times, right? That speaks on how will you know when we are at the end of times, because men will become lovers of themselves, okay? People will become lovers of themselves. People will boast, and brag as if they're all this and that. Diseases and illnesses and health will start to strike on people. People will start to suffer. And it speaks in the Bible, what I'm saying, about heart attacks and strokes and lesions and blisters and sores and warts, and how people are going to go through this end of the time. And here we are living it, okay? Last year we went through this whole COVID crisis. We went through that pandemic, and the flu and earthquakes and floods, and now here we are with this whole monkeypox, monkeypox, chicken pox, herpes, you know what I'm saying? These things coming back, okay? HIV, AIDS, STD, so it speaks about those things. I can bring it up. See, I can go Jehovah. I could touch on some Jehovah Witness. You know what I'm saying? I got some Jehovah. You know what I mean? My grandmother also studied Jehovah Witness. She was a Jehovah Witness, so I can go deep. I can go to the books of Jehovah, Jah, or I can come from the Bible. And jump in the Bible and pull scriptures up from both Jehovah and King James version, and I can go deep where it explains and it speaks about the end of the times, and the volcanoes and all kind of things. So I could touch on all that, but I'm not. We on we on YouTube. That's right. What you said, Trinity. That's right, girl. You said we're here to teach and abide by His rules. You got that right. You got that right. Yes, girl. That's right. We always do free shout outs on this channel. Definitely. Definitely feel free to become a member on this channel, you guys, you know? Because, like I said, there's going to be some times where I may do, readers for members only, where we may touch on, me going deep into this whole, when it comes to witchcraft, sorcery, when it comes to digging into the into the Catholic and the Indian. We're gonna talk about that, okay? Because you two, I mean, the tarot readings. When you go through tarot readings, tarot cards basically it lets you know about your past and your present and your current and your future. Or sometimes it can warn you about certain things not being, not foreseen. That some people can pick up on those energies. You understand? Yeah, so that's why, I do all different kinds of readings, you guys. I do all different kinds. You guys know that, right? This life where they say witchcraft, sorcery, um, it's not good to channel the dead, right? I've heard that a lot. It's not good to channel the dead. I used to do a lot of channel readers in the past when it comes to helping people connect with their deceased loved ones. And then I pulled my energy back from doing those sort of readings. And I said, well, I'm going to stop channeling deceased because I don't want to pull the dead from the grave. So I'm going to leave the dead alone, right? But then I also used to say, well, a long time ago, I wasn't looking for the dead. The dead came looking for me because I would be minding my business and the dead would come walk in my room and sit on my bed and want to carry a conversation and want to talk to me and carry all kind of conversations. I used to have the dead come walking in the front door, unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? And they would come in and be like, well, I'm here because so and so sent me, because sometimes I'll wake up and be like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who sent you here, right? And so yeah, there was times when I was minding my business, and the dead came to pay me a visit and want to conversate and see what's good, and I became friends with some of them, because some of them was cool. I've had some friendly visitors, and I've had some things that was a bit dark, and I had to cleanse myself and get rid of those energies. But yeah, I stopped channeling deceased because they say in the Bible never go channeling dead people because that's a part of witchcraft, right? So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna stop channeling deceased. I'm gonna let the dead be dead and leave it be. So that's why I stopped that. You say you read, I missed them too. You said never had chicken pox, measles, or mumps. Thank you, Jesus. As a child, I had chicken pox. As a child, I had chicken pox. I've never had measles or mumps or anything like that. But when I was a kid, I had chicken pox. But now they got new shit. Then when you get older, they tell you about shingles. I've gotten my shingle shot because when you get in your 50s, they tell you go to the doctor get a shingle shots. You know, yeah. You said Dina, Brittany, Divine Feminine not here. Well, they'll come in later. They'll play it back. They'll play it back. Yeah, Cynthia said Terry calls it not evil. It's evil past judge. Yeah, it's the judgment. You said many prophets in the Bible predicted the future. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Many prophets in the Bible predicted it. Exactly, Cynthia. Exactly. And so back then it was people who didn't understand. And so those people who didn't understand, they would use a forced judgment, you know what I'm saying? And they would be brutal with their judgment when it came to making those poor decisions that they made back then, because back then a lot of women got killed, women who was into the medical field, women who wanted to become nurses and doctors and midwives were killed because they studied medicine. And those women who were in the medical field who wanted to learn about medicine, how to heal and protect people, how to save people, deliver people, and those women got killed. You know what I'm saying? And so, people don't understand that. But I could take you back. But when I touch on my podcast, we're gonna speak on, certain dates that's getting ready to come up that's very important here in the month of August, So I'm gonna touch on that on my podcast. Okay, because a lot of people had the information, they were misinformed. A lot of people were misinformed about the truth. And so we're going to touch on the truth on my podcast. But with that being said, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for being here on the live. I appreciate all you guys. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll probably come back and do an oracle reading on you guys a little bit later. Okay, I'm going to charge up my phone. Let me cook me something to eat. I don't even know what time it is, but thank you guys for being on the live. I appreciate it. Let me get ahead on a cook. I think I'm gonna do like I love French food, you guys. I love French food, and so I'm going to do a French salmon egg dish, with my vegetables and all that. So I'm getting ready to cook me a French breakfast, and then I'm gonna start my day. And I'll come back in a little later on, and we'll do an oracle reading. All right. And thank you guys for giving me a little bit of your time. I didn't mean to go deep like that, but hey, it is what it is. And again, it's a part of, Greek mythology when it comes to dealing with Greek mythology and goddesses, all that. When it goes to touching on, your spiritual goddesses and finding out, who do you consider, who do you relate to. And so it's important to go back and discover your roots and your history. I don't know why I'm being led. If you guys have this crystal, use it, okay? Have it around you, all right? Yeah, because I don't know why I'm focusing on this crystal. So if you have it, use it. Okay? It's that sky blue crystal. I forgot the name of it. But yeah. With that being said, you guys, I will talk to you guys later on this evening. All right? I am out. As always, love and God bless you guys. Enjoy your Saturday.